Hey, what's going on, Facebook land? How are you doing today? Um, Curtis, you doing well?
Yeah, I am super stoked. This is going to change the game of real estate, and this fire is just getting out of control.
Yeah, it is. So as you can see, Curtis and I have got a few special guests here with us. Andy, Andrew, and Sarah. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're great. We're super excited.
Awesome. Well, obviously, as I mentioned and kind of teased out yesterday, we had a big announcement today, which is a new partnership, and with a new move over to eXp Realty with the Franklin team from Houston, Texas. And I don't want to steal all your thunder. I certainly want to allow you guys to chat, but I do want to brag about you guys for a little bit because the reality
this is a big deal. This is a super big deal.
It is. So I'm just going to throw a couple numbers out there because as real estate agents and business owners, we understand numbers. To put this in perspective, the Franklin team out of Houston, Texas, closed 630 units last year for $220 million in volume.
Stop it. That's crazy.
220. Curtis, I don't know if we got there combined, man, and we're okay. So those are huge numbers. Number 10 Remax team in the country last year, number 55 overall in the country. Big numbers. So Andrew, Sarah, Andy, guys, welcome to eXp Realty, and we're so happy to be in business with you guys and partnering with you on this journey.
Yeah, we're super excited. A lot went into this whole process and thinking, and we've been now at Remax for over 30 years. So started the team at Century 21. My dad started the team Century 21 for a couple of years, and our 33-year history, we've been at Remax ever since. Love those guys. Can't say anything bad about them at all. This was a huge decision for us. Our local brokers, they're still good friends of ours, and can't say we were with them for 10 years. So it was a big decision, but ultimately, for us, it was the best decision for our team and all our agents. And a lot went into the thinking of that. But, I would say the biggest things for us was the partnership with guys like you and Fred and Curtis. I've known you guys, you and Fred, for about a year now, and always have been thinking of ways we can partner, collaborate. I flew to Arizona to talk about some programs that we do out in Houston, seeing how we could do it in Arizona, and just never figured out a way that we could actually partner. But this opportunity was just one of a kind with the collaboration that we all can have together. And I mean, we were in Vegas last week, and some of the conversations we were having last week around what we're going to do together just got us all super excited. Our agents, our clients, everyone that we've told so far has been so supportive. So we could not be more thrilled right now.
That is so awesome. I know, and I just want to interject here before Sarah and Andy, before you guys jump in. Andrew, I mean, let's see, you were actually here twice within about 8 weeks in Arizona, and which is really cool because we had gotten to talk quite a few times on the phone prior to then, but to be able to spend a couple days together in person and get to know each other better and kind of dig into our businesses together a little bit further was a lot of fun for me. And I certainly got to learn a lot from you guys, and watching kind of your business and learning about the history with your dad starting out, and then you guys coming in and really taking this to the next level has been really fun to not just watch, but to now be able to help you, do it kind of side by side with you. I'm so excited. So I couldn't be happier to be in business with you guys, man.
Yeah, we feel the same way. And with you guys, without a doubt, but also we have some great relationships locally in Houston that we've been trying to figure out a way. We were always competitors, but didn't really look at it that way, but never figured out a way how we could partner. And we've already started to have some of those conversations sort of in the background. And I think we have some big things coming and other big sort of movements within our group. And so I know a lot went into this. We've been talking for months about it, but we're finally glad to make that jump.
That's awesome. Sarah, Andy, what are you guys thinking today? This is a big move. I know the feelings I had. There was some emotion attached for me a little bit, if I'm being 100% honest, because like you, I came from the only brand I knew after a long period of time. And while there's a lot of excitement, it's definitely not a decision to take lightly. And I know you guys didn't take it lightly. So how are you guys feeling today? And tell me where you're at. We're excited to hear from you.
I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I was obviously very concerned about it. I'm not a big one for change, as my brother can attest to. But after speaking to our builder, client, a lot of our big clients and sellers, nobody had any issues. They were actually very excited about the company, the technology base, cloud base. They think it sounds amazing. So I'm actually way more excited after having those conversations even just yesterday. So
that's awesome. Well, it's kind of like all of it leads up till now, and then you kind of like get to go. Pretty soon you get to go back to sort of business as normal, except the new normal is going to be different. Like I can tell you now, 75 days into my just getting into business with Curtis on a deep level like this, and really working on this. It goes back to business as normal, and yet it's a completely new normal in some ways, because you now essentially have more business partners than ever before that are helping to push your business forward and create more opportunities for you guys. So I'm so excited to hear that.
And that's the big thing for us, is that we are so excited about the collaboration with other agencies, other teams throughout the country. I mean, that's something we've never had the opportunity to do where we were. Like you, all I've ever known is Remax since I got my real estate license. I mean, since I partnered with Jimmy 12 years ago. I mean, I've been Remax from day one. So we didn't take this decision lightly. I mean, this took us a long time to really work through the pieces and make sure it was all going to work for us. And, our clients and people that we work with certainly supported us. So that was a big part of why we were comfortable doing this.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Curtis, let's hear it, buddy.
Man, I'm just so stoked with this. But hopefully the takeaway that if people are watching this and they're thinking, oh my gosh, look at this massive team doing $200+ million, huge builder contracts, a huge reputation, if anything else, and also a home that it wasn't like they were saying, well, I didn't like this brand and I'm running away from something. They're going from something that's already amazing to something that's astronomical, that if someone's watching this, I think a lot of people look at this and they go, well, it might be a lot of risk to move brokerages to be able to change this partnership. And it's true, right? It's not fun to move. It's easier to stay and do what we're doing, but reach out to Andrew and his team and go, what would make you take this, quote, risk? And then all of a sudden you realize it's not really a risk at all. It's actually risky doing the same thing you've always done and staying there. It's not risky to increase the technology, to increase the partnership and collaboration in an environment that could be one of the loneliest industries possible, that it's risky not doing anything. What they're doing is so forward thinking. And that's why the biggest minds, the best business people are attracted to this. And that's what's so exciting. Having the conversations, going through this process, obviously I can't really keep up with some of the stuff Andrew is going over financially and some stuff like that, but this is talking about high level conversations. This is what's attractive to this group right here. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited to have this partnership going on.
Yeah. Let me jump in real quick, Kevin. We actually already, we made a lot of conversations before we made this public, just making sure, being with the Remax and a great brand and been there for 30 years, one of our biggest worries is our 630 deals that we want to grow. We're going to beat that this year. And, we grew 30% in 17, and we're planning to grow 15, 20% this year. We were worried about, is that number going to go to 400, because Remax has been around and eXp is relatively new. And so we started to have all those conversations. So it got out there a little bit sooner than we would have liked it, at least in our inner circles. And one thing we heard a couple times, that we were coming to eXp because they gave us a bunch of stock to come over. So I wish that was the case.
Yeah.
But we are coming over with $0 of eXp stock. So I just wanted to sort of put that out there that this had nothing to do with eXp buying us. As a matter of fact, if you look at our fee deals between the two situations, they're very, very similar. So we're actually not even saving money on the fee breakdown. So for us, this was a lot bigger picture than fees or them giving us stock. And so just wanted to sort of point that out that, this isn't a bean counter, we're going to save $10,000 kind of move. It's a lot bigger move to help us grow and help our agents. I think the unique thing about us, we have 12 producing agents that have been with us for a long time. They now have an upside other than their, income producing, selling and buying houses or advising on that side. They now can have some ways to help themselves grow passive income. And so this was a decision not only for the three of us as owners, but it was a big decision for our agents as well. And that's ultimately why we made the decision. Can
I jump in there for 1 second? I think just to echo that is absolutely the case, because if this was not about your team and about the longer picture, there'd be lying out the door of people throwing checks and everything else at you, right? That, let's get real for a second. You could have taken the money and kind of just enjoyed that. This is looking out for other people, and that's what's attractive. Those are the type of people that are attracted here, looking out for other people.
Absolutely. The other thing I want to talk about, you mentioned Curtis. Curtis just mentioned risk, right? And a friend of mine, Brent Gove, said something last week that really hit home with me. And he said, here's the great thing about what's going on at eXp. And people look at this as a risk, but the reality is the only risk that you're taking is an ego risk. There's no capital risk at all. In some cases, sure, there's some different fees. And in your case, the Franklin, you're going to pay more fees, right? But again, we're not going, hey, can I save $10,000? We're going, what is the opportunity we can create for us and for everybody that we're in business with for the future? And it might cost a few more dollars, but that's certainly not a risk. Your biggest risk is your ego, because what happens if you don't increase by 15 or 20%? People want to know that, right? And the reality is so far, I think we can all go, hey, okay, there's an ego risk, and yet that ego risk is only attached to because I'm worried about people think about what I do. And when you get in here and you see the upside and you start to understand more about this company and how it works, you realize it was almost no risk whatsoever. I mean, it's truly a win-win all the way around, no downside, because I'm 100% certain that there'd always be someone there to catch us if we fell, and yet here we are just climbing. So excited to have you guys here.
Yeah, we couldn't be more excited. I'm a really, really good sleeper, and I got about 30 minutes of sleep last night. I was so excited about this announcement and our move. We're excited to get the transition over, but it really is a big day for us, our team, our families, clients, all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Anybody, any guys who's got any last thoughts you all want to share before we get out of here? Andy, Sarah, Curtis, Andrew, anything else you guys want to chime in with?
I don't think so. I mean, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that we're happy to be here. We're excited to be growing with this company and going forward. We see a great future with eXp.
Yeah, and I'll give my last thought, and Sarah can give hers. If there's any questions or what really went into the decision more than this 5-10 minute broadcast, feel free to reach out. We were very thoughtful on this. We talked to a lot of people, both sides of this, and so if you have any questions, we'd love to chat and fill you in on why, after 30 years, we decided to make a move. So don't hesitate to reach out on Facebook and have those conversations with us.
Yep. And we appreciate you, Kevin and Fred, on everything throughout this whole, and Curtis, yes, and on everything that this whole process and everything, answering questions and helping. I mean, that's been a huge upside for us making the move as well. So.
You're welcome.
Hey, let me say this. I don't know. Maybe this will open up another question or what have you. But I would say if you're watching this and either you work with builders or you've wanted to work with builders, go back and watch this, or reach out to the Franklins, and reach out. We can put you in touch with them as well. But they're doing some amazing things with bringing a lot of value to their partners as well as to their agents on their team. And I know a lot of times, just like if you run a big team, people that are on the outside going, I'm thinking about eXp, I'm thinking about this, you tend to reach out to people that are like yourself. If you were a veteran, you reach out to a veteran. If you run a big team, sometimes you reach out to a big team. I would say this is going to, my opinion, it's going to revolutionize a lot of builder relationships across the country. And the Franklins are the right people to help you walk through that. They've already trained some of the biggest agents across the country. And I know they're givers. They'd probably help you out quite a bit, whether you're inside eXp or whether you're not. But obviously the collaboration and partnership in this is like there's never been anything like that. So if you've thought about that, maybe you've got some small builder relationships and you want to figure out how to plus that, this might just be that pot of gold that you've been looking for. So reach out to them, see if there's something there, and I know they can bring a lot of value to your life. I'm just super excited to be in business with you guys.
Yeah, Curtis, thanks for bringing that up. I didn't even think about that, at least on this little announcement. But, we actually do a lot of our builder programs in a couple other cities. And based on relationships we have, and we have a partner in San Antonio and Austin, and now there's an agent in Arizona that does some of our programs. And the only thing stopping us from bringing that and helping other people do that is the relationships of agents that we trust in those cities. And so our programs actually fit pretty nicely if there's builders in your town. And we've been doing them with builders for about 20 years now. So we have materials, agreements, all this stuff that we could fly out or have a conference call and do that and bring our builder programs across the country. So I'm glad you brought that up. That was a big sort of idea that we had in our mind, and why we thought eXp was the perfect brokerage for doing that for our builder stuff.
It's awesome. How many, just because I want to tease, like at any given moment, how many listings are you guys carrying?
Right now, I think we made 140 calls yesterday for our listings. We've been making them over the last couple of days, but I think we have 140 right now.
Okay, so show of hands, maybe like give me an emoji or a GIF or something there in the comments. Like if you could use an extra 140 listings, let me know.
But I think this kind of goes to the point that in your conversation with people, a lot of times people go, dude, I'm totally in. All I got to do is I just got to wait for this one deal to close out, or I got this listing. As soon as this sells, I go, if you're a productive agent, you will always have something in escrow. You will never come over because there will always be something. So if that's a hang up of yours, just look at this and go, wow, what type of magnet draws somebody that they're doing, 600, 700 deals, and they've got 150 listings at any one time, doing things like that. To be able to go through, let's just be real about it, go through the pain to transition over for this bigger opportunity, that should just make you go, that's the type of leaders that I want to be around, and reach out to them, and your life will be blessed for it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, I just want to end, and again, if anybody else has any other comments with, I'm so excited to be in business with you. We've become friends over the last year or so, and certainly have admired your business, but also more importantly, got to know members of your family in the last year as well, and especially here recently. And I look forward to a super long partnership and building something really great together.
Yeah, we're excited.
Just to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin and Curtis and Fred's not here, but we can't echo that enough. So thanks for putting this on, and let's get to work.
Absolutely.
Love it.
All right, guys, have a great day. Everybody reach out to Andrew or Sarah or Andy or even myself and Curtis, and we can connect you with them. If you've got any questions or any follow-ups, we'd love to chat with you, and I know they would too. So Fred's already, looks like he's probably got his son in one hand and his phone in the other hand. He's wanting to know how we can get on an extra 140 listings. So he'll probably be calling you soon today. Okay, Andrew?
All right. Sounds good, guys.
All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in today and joining us. For more information regarding eXp Realty, would like to invite you to one of our Discover the Truth of eXp Realty webinars. You can find that information at kevinandfred.com/truth. Again, that's kevinandfred.com/truth. Thanks so much. Create yourself a great day.